Hey everybody, happy hump day. It is Wednesday. I'm going to be drawing Carol from Where the Wild Things Are. We'll give it a minute or two, let other people jump on, and then we will get started. All right, we're going to give it one more minute. I'll turn it this way. All right, guys, you ready? So we're going to be doing Carol from Where the Wild Things Are. Now we're going to start with a bit of an oval. Draw one. Then we're going to put another one. Right here. I'm going to put another one here. All right. Another one over here. These are his arms that we're putting in. This is just going to show us where they're going to be. Right. Like that. We'll put in for his legs. All right. I'll give you a little closer look here. See where we're at. All right. Right now he looks like Baymax, but we're going to fix that. We'll start with his head. We're just going to sharpen those lines. We're not even going to put like a chin or anything under there because it's going to be covered in fur. You won't even see it. The most important thing is to get his nose placement and his eye placement. And this line here is where his mouth is. Right? Let's get one eye here. Okay. One eye here. And then in between there, it's going to be that big nose. Just put a little mark in here for his eyeball. Right. Lines in his face. Like coming off of his nose, off of his eye. And again, now the top of the eyes will get covered by fur, so that's not really that important to get the top shape, but you definitely have to get the sides. Right. And we got a horn right here. I'll put that in. We have another one over here. Right. Let's give him some teeth. All right. All right. So now I'm just going to make just a real light circle around his head, and that's going to show me um, basically where all the fur is going. All right. All right. Now let's work on some body part here. I'm gonna bring this down. Bring that one down. Let's put his leg in. See, right where I put that oval is where his leg is falling. Let's get that big foot in. That's kind of weird the way he's drawn. He's actually drawn a little out of perspective, the way the artist actually did this. So a lot of times when you're drawing it, it just looks weird because it doesn't flow with the rest of it sometimes. All right. Let's put his other arm in real quick here. And you have to remember, these guys are animals, so they don't really have hands. They have big, thick paws and big, long talons. All right. There we go. Let's go ahead and put his other leg in. Now make sure when you put this one in, if you put your original markings in right, this leg should hang just below the other one. So when you bring that line down, make sure that lines up at the bottom of his foot. Okay? Just a little extra tip. Curve that one up. See that? Right with our flows, right with our ovals that we put in. I'm going to finish his talons on his feet here. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and put the other arm in. And I want to come out a little bit farther here, only because he has fur that hangs down. You want to have space for that. And then again, no hands or fingers, just big thick paws. And you don't even see the rest of the arm once you put all that hair in. And I may or may not put it in with pencil. I'm not quite sure yet. All right. All right. Now we can put his tail in. Just come up, back, a little swirl there. And again, I probably won't um, color all this in pencil. I'll probably just wait till I break out my pens, and then I'll go ahead and add all the lines and everything into it. All right. We are definitely moving along here. Give it a little look here. All right. So since all these monsters are built out of uh, Max's imagination, they are comprised of all different things. You know, like the long tail, the horns, all the hair. You know, the bottom half of them is all made out of scaling. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. And it's just like doing a leaf. You know, that's it. Just like that. Boom, boom. All right. Do that all the way. Alternate. Make sure that you alternate um, the scaling. So you have two scales. Like you have two scales coming down, and then your next layer, you're going to put uh, it in the scale in between the two. Unfortunately, there's no quick. Oops, sorry there. There's no quick route in doing all the scaling. Trust me, if there was a trick to it, I would definitely let you know. So you want to kind of gradually, um, for these ones on his leg, just turn them out a little bit, just so they're not going straight down. Just so it looks like they're going over. Same with these. I'm going to kind of let the ones on this leg um, flow with his body. I think sometimes the way the artist does the art for these characters, that sometimes they look scribbly just because he's trying to hide um, pencil lines that aren't there, that should be there. You know. There we go. So we have that. And then we have his top half. This kind of looks like a striped sweater. I'll put those stripes in. I'll follow those all the way up. And go right into his arm. Put some stripes over here. Right. All right. So now, I mean, we're basically done all the pencil work. And now we can do some pen. I'm going to do something a little different today. I won't use Sharpies today. But what I will use are these pens. And these are Micron pens. It's archival ink. You couldn't you couldn't ruin this picture if you wanted to. This ink lasts forever. And they come in a million different sizes. I'm just trying to find one that is a little thicker, so I'm not drawing hair on this thing all day long. No, that's not it. This one. That's the one. All right. So what we can do, excuse me, I'm going to do things a little backwards here. We're just going to put all his hair in for right now first. And all it is that. Now at the same time I put that hair in, I'm going to put just little fine details around the eyes. But I'm not doing it in solid straight lines. I'm kind of like, I'm just tapping at it, like just doing like hash lines. just to keep it sketchy looking. Okay. We'll do the same thing here. We know that hair's about that high. And there's no rhyme or reason how his hair is. It's just these straight, sketchy lines. But just watch, because you want to make sure that you're turning that direction of the hair too. Because that's one thing I did notice, that even though it doesn't seem like it has a pattern to it, it actually does. You just want to make sure that you're and also, like, to the inside, you actually want to kind of go a little darker, like make another set of lines to the inside, so that way it fills in a little better. You don't have as much light coming through it. Same thing up here. And just kind of bring it down a little bit. Right. Okay. Put some highlights in the horns while we're there. Essentially, when I do these, and I draw a lot. I love Where the Wild Things Are, so I draw a lot of it all the time. If you saw the one wall in my house on my regular Facebook page, it has nothing but Where the Wild Things Are on it. Drawings that I did, rocks that I painted, so. But anyway, but I try and keep them as true to the original art as I can. Go back and do that inside layer. Odds are this could end up on my wall too. So what I just did in this horn, like I did, I'll show you. So I went through So if his horn's like that, right? So I went through and I put those, all of them, the way the artist does is he puts these little lines through it. All right, and then I went through, and then you go through in order to darken those, and you make it like that. All right, if you want to make it darker, then you would go this way. All right, and that's called cross hatching. And that's a popular thing in comic books, that you learn. And the more that you cross hatch, the darker that becomes. So then you can make that soft transition of light to dark. All right, let's move on. All right. So again, going through with my black pen. Some pencil lines I stick to, some I don't. All depends on whether I feel I need to make a correction. Like in here, he was a little too narrow, so I brought that line out a little bit just to thicken him up a little bit. I will most assuredly save that scaling for last. So like there, I actually thinned out his foot just a bit. It was looking just a little too fat in there. So I just want to fix it up a little bit.
This is only starting on him. That's called him. That's right.
All right. I'm going to put that little bit of fur hanging down his arm. And here comes all that cross hatching on there.
This will be cut page 7. I'll cut the page.
Now this takes a very gentle hand for that. Just to get that little bit of shadow there. And the artist who does these seems to just constantly put little lines everywhere. Just making all these little sketch lines. You know what? I am going to use this just to do his tail. Right. That's my last little cheat for that. All right. Favorite part again? Doing scales. Not piano scales either. So while I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of what the best colors would be for Carol. I mean, obviously, the colors that he is are. Until I've been cooped up too long, are the ideal colors. Now I just have to see if I have colors that match it. All right. Well, we're almost done. The ink part, we can probably all right. We can add a little over there. There we go. Let's go back and eliminate those old pencil lines. I'm actually going to leave those pencil lines where I drew his stripes because I actually want those to show a little bit. Again, that's just part of the effect. So I want to keep those lines intact. I do want to just run an eraser in between them. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to add a little color. I have to put my glasses on for this one. So again, so now this is that skin white color. I think this is going to be a good color for the bottom half because it's not quite white and not quite. There we go. We can take a little gray. Add a little shadow to things. I'm doing that, but what's going to end up happening is when I put the other colors down over top, that's going to darken it up. All right. Alrighty, alrighty. All right. Let's get that yellow in his eyes. Too orange. All right, I think this one's good. One more. So now we need that real like a pale orange. Maybe a dark yellow. No, that's too dark. That's too dark too. All right. Try one more here. That would have been good for his eyes. One more try. I know that there's bingo.
The white.
Pastel peach. Pastel peach was the winner. I actually have, let's see if I can find it. It's not really brown on his paws. It's kind of like a gray brown. I'm trying to find. We need something. That's a little too dark. One more time here. Because the stripes are orangey. The orange, it's like so in between orange and red. I don't want to pick one that's too dark. Or too pink. Needs to be a fairly just trying to blend. So I go back in here with a little pen. Just want to make his nose a little more visible.
This is the trick on the peaches here. So let us cut it into it.
There we go. Now he has a lot of sketch lines going through a lot of this. Now if you wanted to with a thin pen, you can go through and hit those lines. Same thing here. Like you can clean up a lot of these lines, even though it looks real sketchy in his drawings. You can really do it any way you want. I know a lot of parts on the tail are see-through, but I want it to look like open lines and not like just big blobs of color. So I'll just go through and do that. I'll put some over here. So what I'm doing here is just making it look a little bit more hand drawn, just adding some rougher lines. Because when I draw real smooth. And these guys aren't made for smooth lines. think I'm going to call this one pretty much done. All right. There we go. There's Carol from Where the Wild Things Are. Friday, we will be doing our drawing challenge, which is a Ninja Turtle. So be ready for that. And get your all your green markers ready. So I had a good time. I hope you did too. I'll bring it up and give you another little better look. That's Carol. Where the Wild Things Are. All right. Not a bad day out today. You can hop out, get a little fresh air. That's all I have. That's it. Have a great day, guys. I will see everybody on Friday for our Friday Art Challenge, Where the Wild Things Are.